Hey guys, welcome back. It's Joseph. Quick and simple gospel. Yeshua, Jesus came to this earth, lived a perfect 33 years, was crucified on a cross for our sins, buried in a tomb for 3 days, and rose from the grave on the third day. We are saved through faith in Christ alone and by no other name. Amen. So good morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Got two things to talk about today. First story, Mark Carney set to become Canada's new Prime Minister and replace Justin Trudeau. So we're going to talk about that today. And also, I had to put out 3 videos yesterday on the same topic about the armed man who was shot near the White House. And what I want to do today, I want to put all that information in one place, which will be this video here. So we're going to go over everything again from the Secret Service shooting the armed man at the White House yesterday, because I had to put out a part 2 and a part 3, and whenever you got to break up the videos, it kind of kills the point that I'm trying to make. Usually when you got to put out a part 2 and a part 3, the views are way less. So there's over 500 people who watched the live stream but didn't watch part 2 or 3. So anyways, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put it all in one place. That way you can see it all together. So that's the 2 topics today. The armed man shot near the White House, and Mark Carney set to become Canada's new Prime Minister and replace Justin Trudeau. All right. Hey Viola, hey Mr. Aaron, hey Betty, hey San Juana, hey Travis, much love, hey Block, hey Stalled Century, hey Joan, hey Artie, hey Katie, hey Andrew, hey Dougie, hey Erica, much love to everyone. Guys, do me a favor, when you come in, please hit the like button, very much appreciated, helps out the algorithm, and helps more people find the video, and also please hit the share button. That way we can get this out to more people. So if you have a Facebook or a Twitter, please share this out immediately. All right, guys. Here we go. So the decode on the new Prime Minister, it's okay. It's not that great. But this decode here on the armed man at the White House, with everything all together, it really is like the decode of the week. I don't know how we're going to top this one over the next week, because the numbers are absolutely undeniable. As you're going to see, here we go. Alright guys, just give me a second to get all set up. Alright guys, here we go. So some of this you saw yesterday, some of this is going to be new information. Alright guys. In the news yesterday, March 9th. Secret Service shoots man in overnight armed confrontation near White House. It says the shooting took place after police were notified about a suicidal man in the area. This article from March 9th. The Secret Service shot a man during an armed confrontation near the White House Sunday, the agency announced. The incident took place just after midnight, about a block away from the White House on the west side of the Eisenhower Executive Office Building. In a statement, the Secret Service said that earlier on Saturday, police shared information about a suicidal individual who may have been traveling to Washington, D.C. from Indiana. Alright guys, so we're going to break this down all by the numbers using gematria, which is simply letters as numerals, and once you learn the simple code of coding letters into numbers, you can see right through the scripted coded news every day. Okay, so the man traveled from Indiana to the White House. All right, and what are the odds? In gematria, Indiana is 52, 137, and 47, like White House is 52, 137, and 47. All right, so right off the bat, that should make you question this story, right? What are the odds? Indiana has the same 3 numbers as White House, and this man was shot near the White House. Okay, so Indiana, 52, 137, 47, White House, 52, 137, 47. They say the man wanted to commit suicide. Suicide is 34 and 47, like Indiana is 34 and 47, where the man allegedly came from. And this happened near the Eisenhower building. It was the Eisenhower Executive Office building, named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th president. And I mention that because Indiana is 34, like suicide, 34. So the guy traveled from Indiana, which equals 47. He traveled to D.C., which equals 47, and he traveled on March 8th. He was shot early on March 9th, but he traveled from Indiana 47 to D.C. 47, 47 days after Trump became number 47. Trump's the 47th president. When Trump equals 47, president equals 47, White House 47, suicide 47, and Indiana 47. That's a lot to be a coincidence. That's a lot of 47s. He went from Indiana 47 to D.C. 47. 47 days after Trump became number 47. Trump 47. He wanted to commit suicide, 47, near the White House, 47. See how they highlight armed confrontation? This from Fox News. Secret Service shoots man in overnight armed confrontation. Has that 88 like Trump 88. 88, big number with Trump. Remember the Snoop Dogg video, Lavender, where Snoop Dogg is pointing the gun at Trump? That video was released on March 12th, 2017. So Trump was allegedly shot 88 months later in Butler. Trump equals 88. What are the odds? He would be allegedly shot 88 months after the Snoop Dogg video where he's pointing the gun at Trump, right? And then look at the birthday of the would-be assassin, Thomas Matthew Crooks. His birthday was 9/20/03. That's the 8,888th prime number. When Trump equals 88, Donald J. Trump is 888. You have Donnie Darko, set in the year 88. Check out Donnie's sweater here. Triumph. It's got TRUMP right there. You got Frank the Rabbit, who's shot. Remember, Frank equals Donald in 3 ciphers. Rabbit equals Trump in 2 ciphers. iPet Goat 2, you got the rabbit with the bullet hole in its upper right ear grazed, just like Trump. Rabbit equals Trump. You got Frank the Rabbit and Donnie J. Darko. Frank equals Donald. So that movie, Donnie Darko, is set in the year 88. The movie takes place in the year 88, and Frank the Rabbit tells Donnie J. Darko that the world is going to end in 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. Add that up. 28 plus 6 plus 42 plus 12, it equals 88. And the full name of Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays Donnie J. Darko, Jacob Benjamin Gyllenhaal, equals 88. Like Middlesex, 888, that's where the movie takes place, in Middlesex. 888, like Mar-a-Lago. 888, like Donald J. Trump. 888. Trump made the famous calm before the storm statement 888 days before COVID declared a pandemic. The Art of the Deal, 888. Beast System, 888. The Synagogue of Satan, 888. Head Wound is 888. In Back to the Future, Biff represents Trump. They got to reach 88 miles per hour. Trump's number to text, 88022. The raid on Mar-a-Lago, August 8th, 88. So yeah, the 88, big number with Trump, and so is the 888. And my next point, this happened at the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which opened in 1888. So there's your 888 and your 88. And it was not originally called the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, but it is now. And it did open in 1888. Interesting, right? So the building is named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, and the birthday of Eisenhower is October 14th. So this happened 220 days before Eisenhower's birthday, which is perfect because Donald John Trump equals 220. And it happened 147 days after Eisenhower's birthday, which is perfect because it was an armed man, which equals 147. You zoom in so you can see that. Armed man, 147. President of the United States, 147. See how Eisenhower was President of the United States, just like Trump. So armed man, 147. President of the United States, 147. U.S. President, 147. Freemason, 147. And fun fact, the White House has 147 windows. And this happened 97 days before Trump's birthday, which is perfect because Dwight D. Eisenhower equals 97. And Eisenhower died at the age of 78. Trump is currently 78 years old. And remember, Butler had the 78. And one thing I missed yesterday, shout out to Derek from Gematrinator85. Make sure you check him out. But one thing I missed that he caught, the word suicidal equals 78 also. And they said the guy was suicidal. All right? And suicidal is also 138, like Donald Trump is 138. It was the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which has the 177 and the 174, like New World Order is 177, 174. And then Eisenhower Executive Office Building has the 177, like New World Order 177 and the Jesuit Order 177. Secret Service shoots armed man after confrontation near White House. See how they highlighted confrontation, which has the 187, like Washington, D.C., 187 where this happened. Society of Jesus 187, that's the official name of the Jesuits. And 187 is also the homicide code. So they called him a suicidal individual, which equaled 183, like Order Out of Chaos 183, and I pointed that out before we had his name. That was part of the problem. I went live before they released his name. But now that we have it, you'll see how it fits in perfectly. But anyways, his name, the name of the armed man who got shot, his name's Andrew Dawson, which is 183, like suicidal individual and Order Out of Chaos 183. And, you know, I've been saying for 5 years, when they do the Trump assassination, which is all going to be staged, but anyways, it's going to be the ultimate Order Out of Chaos. So the man was shot on March 9th, and that was 48 days after Trump became the president. And Donald Trump equals 48, armed man equals 48, Trump shot equals 48. And remember, Trump was allegedly shot in Butler on July 13th. That was exactly 48 weeks and 0 days before Trump's birthday. Remember, Trump rally is also 48. He was shot at a Trump rally. But anyways, this story here, right? Armed man, 48. Donald Trump, 48. We get this news 48 days after, Trump becomes president. Story of an armed man, 48, near the White House. This happened on the 68th day of the year. Like Donald J. Trump, 68. Donald John Trump, 68. Trump assassination, 68. Remember, Thomas Crooks is also 68. Here, I guess I can type that out for you real quick. Thomas Crooks, the would-be assassin, right? And maybe this is a good place to talk about some of the connections from Butler real quick. Thomas Crooks. So see, Thomas Crooks has that 68, like Donald J. Trump, like Donald John Trump, like Trump assassination, 68. We get this news on the 68th day of the year. How about what happened just a couple days ago? Travis Keith Lang, 47, like Trump's number 47, of Irmo, South Carolina, was arraigned on federal charges Friday in a Columbia courthouse after being arrested Thursday. He was arrested for threatening to assassinate Donald Trump. Look at his name, Travis Keith Lang, 68, right? Now let's go back to... let's talk about Butler real quick. Since we just brought up Thomas Crooks equals 68, let's talk about Thomas Crooks real quick. Let's see. So remember, his birthday was 9/20/03, the 8,888th prime number when Trump equals 88. So what they did in Butler, they did symbolism from Revelation 13:3 about the beast who gets the deadly head wound. It says, Revelation 13:3, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast." If you just copy and paste that whole verse, it equals 1,086 in simple English gematria, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. So the verse about the deadly head wound equals 1,086. Look how old Thomas Crooks was on July 13th. He was exactly 1,086 weeks and 0 days old. All right? Gunshot wound, 1,086. That was his cause of death. Thomas M. Crooks, 1,086. The president, 1,086. The whole verse, Revelation 13:3, about the deadly head wound equals 1,086, and that's exactly how old he was. Right? And this happened on the 195th day of the year, right? July 13th, 2024, day of the year, 195. So the Trump shooting happened on the 195th day of the year. Look, Trump shooting, 195. Who was the victim? Corey Comparator, 195. July 13th, 195. Trump head wound, 195. If you think that's all a coincidence, you would be wrong. How about this? Remember, they tried to blame the whole thing on Kimberly Cheadle, the director of the Secret Service. Look when Kimberly Cheadle became the director of the Secret Service. It was September 17th, 2022. She was in charge of the Secret Service during the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, following which she faced widespread criticism and calls to resign. So they tried to blame it on her, right, even though it was all staged. Trump was allegedly shot exactly 666 days after she assumed office. Is that like the biggest coincidence of all time? So yeah, that should tell you something too, that it was all staged. Again, even without the numbers, they're not going to... Secret Service is not going to let you allegedly get hit in the ear and then stand up and pump your fist and do all that. It was all fakery. All theater. All right, moving on. So this was a great connection. I got a comment yesterday from Georgie, and this right here really brings it all together. I did not have this in part 1 or part 2. I had to put this one in part 3. And this right here is probably the best part of the decode, in my opinion. So you guys know we've been talking about the Trump assassination in connection to the number 248 for a long time. Now, I knew that America was 248 years old right now. I mentioned that in the live yesterday. What I did not mention, and the reason I mentioned it, because the other guy who got arrested, he's from Irmo, South Carolina, which has the 248. We'll get to that. But anyways, what Georgie told me in the comments yesterday, he said, "Hey man, I know you're connecting this to the soon Trump assassination. Well, the United States of America, which was founded July 4th, 1776, not only is it 248 years old, but the incident at the White House happened on March 9th, which means the incident at the White House happened exactly 248 years and 248 days after America was founded. Now, why does that matter? Several reasons. Number one, Trump assassination equals 248. And that was the whole point of my decode. And you guys know me, when I miss something, I kick myself. Not literally, but mentally. So, I was kicking myself all night. I said, I can't believe I missed that, but I'm glad we're getting it out there now. Can you believe this, guys? I mean, my goodness. And guys, please hit the like button when you come in. Very much appreciated. And please hit that share button. This is the main point of the decode right here. They had an armed man shot near the White House on March 9th. 248 years, 248 days after America was founded. Trump assassination equals 248. President Donald Trump equals 248. The word shot equals 248. The man was shot by Secret Service. How crazy. I mean, for me, it just blows my mind. I can't even believe that's accurate, but it is. Trump assassination, 248. President Donald Trump, 248. Shot, 248. The man was shot. 248 years, 248 days after America was founded. That's absolutely crazy. Now, for an honorable mention, the Secret Service, as it's often referred to as, you're having a conversation, you'd be like, hey man, did you hear the Secret Service shot an armed man near the White House? So, yeah, the official name is Secret Service, but I couldn't do this video without mentioning the Secret Service is also 248. It says the Secret Service shot a man near the White House on Sunday, which was 248 years, 248 days after America was founded. And we just talked about the 248 with the other guy who was arrested for threatening to assassinate Donald Trump. Are you kidding me? He was from Irmo, South Carolina. 248. Like President Donald Trump and Trump assassination. And he was 47 years old. Like Trump's number 47. And Trump equals 47. Now, this is also something I didn't have in the live stream yesterday. Because again, literally right when I got done with the live stream, they released the guy's name. And I waited around. I had the decode done at like 11 a.m. yesterday. I was only missing his name. But I wanted to go live earlier in the day, so I gave it a couple hours. They still didn't release the name, so I said, okay, I'll just go live with what I have. And of course, right when I got done, they released his name. Which, ended in me making 3 parts to the same story. But anyways, check it out, guys. Check out his name. The suspect's name, Andrew Dawson. It is a perfect match to Trump killed in 3 ciphers. Not bad, right? Considering I made a whole video and presentation how this was all pointing to Trump being killed. Right? That's what the whole video was about, and I didn't even have his name. Right? So these are confirmations after the fact. The 248, that was not in the first video. This happened 248 years, 248 days after America was founded. The man was shot, 248, Trump assassination, 248, President Donald Trump, 248, the Secret Service, 248, just had the man arrested for threatening Trump from Irmo, South Carolina, 248, and then his name, Andrew Dawson, perfect match to Trump killed in 3 ciphers. So that's a lot to be a coincidence. Alright guys, that is it for this part, but don't go away. We still got to talk about the new Prime Minister in Canada. But if anybody wants to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support very much appreciated, and I'll come back to this later because we'll do a quick recap. But yeah, don't forget, Indiana had the same 3 numbers as White House. He's from Indiana. All the 47 connections. He traveled from Indiana 47 to DC 47, 47 days after Trump became number 47. When Trump equals 47, President 47, he wanted to commit suicide 47 near the White House 47. That's a lot to be a coincidence. Alright. Now, like I said, this decode isn't as good, but still gotta mention what I found. These are my observations, alright? Here we go. Let me take a sip of water. And guys, please hit that like button when you come in. Thank you. Hey Dustin, hey Jessica, hey Visionary Vet, hey Sick and Tired. Much love to everyone. Hey Lowly Man for Christ. Hey Holly. Alright, here we go. Mark Carney set to become Canada's new Prime Minister after Justin Trudeau's resignation. This article from March 9th. Canada's Liberal Party has chosen veteran central bank leader Mark Carney as its new leader, meaning he will quickly replace Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in the country's top office. The transition and Trudeau's political downfall comes amid the chaotic trade war with Canada's closest ally launched by President Trump. The exact date that Carney will take office as Canada's Prime Minister remains uncertain. The timing of the transition will be determined by Carney in conjunction with Trudeau. Okay, so this guy is going to replace Justin Trudeau. So the first thing I want to point out, we got this news about Mark Carney on March 9th. Justin Trudeau's birthday is December 25th. So we got this news about Mark Joseph Carney, that's his full name, 74 days after Justin Trudeau's birthday, and that's who he's going to replace, right? Mark Joseph Carney equals 74. All right, now you're going to see a few Masonic connections throughout the decode. And the first connection, the word Masonic, is 74. Okay, but even if you want to just forget about the Masonic connection, you know, I don't think it's a coincidence that Mark Joseph Carney, 74, he's going to replace Justin Trudeau, and we get this news 74 days from Justin Trudeau's birthday. Yeah, Carney, like a carnival worker, like a clown show, right? Yeah, that's probably part of it. Carney. So here's the other big part. So it says Mark Carney set to become Canada's new Prime Minister after Justin Trudeau's resignation. Well, when did Justin Trudeau announce his resignation? It was on January 6, 2025. So we get this news about Mark Carney 62 days after Justin Trudeau resigned. Look at that. Mark Carney, 62. So, and Mason is also 62. So, you know, That's a lot to be a coincidence. He's going to replace Trudeau, right? 74 days from Trudeau's birthday. Mark Joseph Carney, 74. And it's 62 days after he resigned. Mark Carney equals 62. So that's really the key points right there, those two. All right? And yeah, Mason is also 62, like Mark Carney. Mark Carney wins Liberal Party nomination to replace Trudeau. Liberal Party is 139 and 58, like Freemasonry is 139 and 58. Freemasonry is also 59. He's 59 years old. His last name Carney equals 33. Like Masonry is 33, the highest degree of Masonry, the 33rd degree. Here's another key point. We get this news out of Canada on 3/9. March 9th is 3/9, right? Look, Canada equals 39. So what a perfect day for big news out of Canada. And Masonry is 39. Canada 39, Masonry 39. We get this news on 3/9. His full name, Mark Joseph Carney, is also 88, like Masonic Ritual 88. And we know that's a big number with Trump, right? Trump equals 88. And Trump's made a lot of comments lately how he wants to make Canada a U.S. state. And Mark Carney has already addressed Donald Trump. He said Canada never ever will be part of America. And long story short, Mark Joseph Carney is 88, like Masonic Ritual. And we got this news 8 months and 8 days after Canada's birthday. And of course, now all the talk will be Mark Carney versus Donald Trump, right? We just went over all the 88s with Trump a few minutes ago. But yeah, Mark Joseph Carney got that 88, like Trump, 8 months, 8 days from Canada's birthday. Another connection to Trump. Carney is the former governor of the Bank of Canada, which is 115 and 128, like President Donald John Trump is 115 and 128. And fun fact, Canada does have the 138, like Donald Trump is 138. And another fun fact, we got this news 3 months and 22 days before Canada's birthday. 322, the number of skull and bones. But anyways, like I said, it wasn't that great of a decode. But yeah, those are my observations. I think the key points here, I think there's like 3 key points with this one. All right, Mark Joseph Carney equals 74. He's going to replace Justin Trudeau. We got this news 74 days after Justin Trudeau's birthday. All right, so I think that's a good connection. And then Mark Carney set to become the new prime minister. We get this news 62 days after the resignation of Justin Trudeau. Mark Carney equals 62. So the 74, the 62, and then probably the 39 connection right here. We get this news out of Canada on 3/9 when Canada equals 39. But yeah, nothing too special about this one, but anyways, that's what I got. But yeah, the decode of the week, let's go back to it one more time. We'll go through it very quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. Hey, Gene Spliced, much love, and I saw decoding with Cody in here. Much love, brother. Let me see. Who else is in here? Let me scroll up. We got KJ Malone in here. Let's see. Who else is in here? Hey, Helen. Hey, Mike. Much love to everyone. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Katie. Hey, Tabernacle of the Bridegroom. I thought I saw Cozy in here. Maybe I was reading something wrong. But much love to everyone. Hey, lowly man for Christ. Okay. Hey, Georgie, I gave you a shout out, and I'm about to do it again. You came just in time for the recap. Yeah, Georgie's in the chat. He's the one that left the comment yesterday about the 248 connection. I know Derek also found that connection, so shout out to him. And I also gave Derek a shout out in this decode for the 78 connection. But yeah, I saw it first from Georgie when he left the comment in my part 2 video about the 248. But yeah, a lot of great minds in this community, and that's great. All right, let's go through this quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. Because I actually got to hop off. I have a mobile mechanic coming over today. Wife needs new brake pads and hopefully not rotors. But he'll be over shortly, so I got to wrap this up. Okay, Secret Service shoots man in overnight armed confrontation near White House. This article from March 9th. I'm not going to read all that again. Long story short, a allegedly suicidal man traveled from Indiana to the White House, an armed man, and he was shot by the Secret Service. So Indiana is 52-137-47, like White House is 52-137-47. They said the man from Indiana wanted to commit suicide. Suicide, 3447, Indiana, 3447. This happened near the Eisenhower building, named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th U.S. president, like Indiana and suicide have that 34. He traveled from Indiana, which equals 47, to D.C., which equals 47. He traveled on March 8th, which was 47 days after Trump became number 47, when Trump equals 47, president equals 47, happened near the White House, 47. The man from Indiana, 47, wanted to commit suicide, 47. They called it an armed confrontation, which has the 88, like Trump 88, and just a few 88s for you. Butler, where Trump was allegedly hit in the ear, that was 88 months from the Snoop Dogg video, where Snoop Dogg's pointing the gun at Trump. The birthday of Thomas Crooks, 9/20/03, that's the 8,888th prime number. You got Donnie Darko with all the Trump connections, set in the year 88. Frank the Rabbit tells Donnie the world's going to end in 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. Add that up, it's 88. The full name of Jake Gyllenhaal equals 88. And remember, Frank the Rabbit is shot. Frank equals Donald in 3 ciphers. Rabbit equals Trump in 2 ciphers. And in I Pet Goat 2, you have a rabbit on the back of the wall with a upper right ear bullet hole graze. All right, rabbit equals Trump. Anyways, back to Donnie J. Darko. That movie takes place in Middlesex, which equals 888. Like Donald J. Trump, like Mar-a-Lago is 888. Like Trump made the calm before the storm statement. 888 days before COVID declared a pandemic. The Art of the Deal, 888. Beast System, 888. The Synagogue of Satan, 888. Back to the Future, Biff represents Trump. They got to reach 88 miles per hour. Don't forget, we talked about it yesterday in that movie. They got Gray Sports Almanac, which is 222. Like Trump is 222, Trump Organization 222, Trump won the election 222 days from his birthday. The first U.S. case of COVID was 222 days from Trump's birthday. They called it Wuhan coronavirus, which equaled 222. Trump's the father of the vaccine. COVID vaccines equals 222. And COVID was declared a pandemic 222 months from 9/11. Then Obama tested positive for COVID 222 days from his birthday. The Antichrist, Barack Obama, 222. The Beast of Revelation, 222. Antichrist System, 222. Event 201, 222. Mandatory vaccination, 222. That's just a few off the top of my head. Now back to the 88s. You got the raid on Mar-a-Lago, August 8th, 88. And Trump's number to text, 88022. And if you thought we were done with the 8s, think again, because this happened near the Eisenhower Executive Office Building, which opened in 1888. And it was not originally called that, but it is now, and it did open in 1888. So there's your 888 and your 88. And the building was named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, whose birthday is October 14th. This happened 220 days before Eisenhower's birthday. Donald John Trump is 220. By the way, if you're just coming in and you're wondering, what is your decode about, I'm making the point that all these rituals, right, like the last two, like the man that was arrested for threatening to assassinate Donald Trump and the armed man shot near the White House, I'm showing how this is predictive programming for the soon assassination of Donald Trump, which I believe is going to be this year. Not just me. Our good friend Jurassic Liars Garo, he also thinks it's going to be this year. And the only difference, well, there's a few differences, but the main difference between me and Jurassic, I think Trump's going to get shot again, but I think he's going to stay down. He's going to be gone from the scene forever. It's going to be the ultimate order out of chaos. And Garo, Jurassic, he thinks he's going to be shot, but he's going to come back from the dead. He's going to recover from his deadly head wound. My point is, they've already done that in Butler. They've already done the Revelation 13:3 symbolism, which doesn't mean they won't do it again. So, if in fact he does get shot and he, seems to miraculously come back to life a couple days later, then I would adjust my thinking and I would probably say, Trump is like playing the role of the Antichrist, and I guess Obama is playing the role of Satan, which wouldn't be a stretch because there's a million connections between Obama and Satan. Here's a few off the top of my head. Obama's slogan. Is that the right word? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. If you listen to it backwards, you'll hear, "Thank you, Satan." Luke 10:18 says, "I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven." Barack means lightning. Obama means the heights. So Barack Obama means lightning from the heights, like Luke 10:18. Event 201 was held on 10/18. They just had Preparing for Disease X, another pandemic simulation. It was held 201 weeks after COVID declared a pandemic and 201 days from Obama's birthday. The son of perdition, Barack Hussein Obama, is 201. That old serpent is 201, another name for the devil. Another name for the devil is dragon. Barack Obama equals dragon. Obama equals dragon in 3 ciphers. When Obama announced he was running for president, he was 45 years, 6 months, and 6 days old. Strong's 4566 is Satan. How about that? You remember when Eminem and Obama were together in Michigan last year, 103 days after Eminem released the song Antichrist, when Obama equals 103 and Eminem equals 103 and Dragon equals 103. And the first part of that song says the devil came to Michigan, and Obama and Eminem were together in Michigan 103 days after Eminem released the song Antichrist. Obama 103, Eminem 103, Dragon 103. Okay, I'm over that. Let's move on. So back to Dwight D. Eisenhower. His birthday, October 14th. This happened 147 days after his birthday, like armed man. 147 President of the United States, 147 U.S. President, 147. The White House has 147 windows, and Freemason 147. This happened 97 days before Trump's birthday, like Dwight D. Eisenhower is 97. Eisenhower died at the age of 78, and Trump is currently 78, like Butler was 78. Shout out to Derek from Gematinator 85. He pointed out in his decode that the man was suicidal, which equals 78. And suicidal is also 138, like Donald Trump is 138. And Eisenhower Executive Office Building 177, 174, like New World Order, is 177, 174. And the Jesuit Order is also 177. The official name of the Jesuit Order is Society of Jesus, which is 187, like Washington, D.C., 187 where this happened, and they called it a confrontation. This headline said confrontation. The other one said armed confrontation. which had the 88. But yeah, confrontation by itself, 187 like Washington, D.C. And the suspect's name, Andrew Dawson, 183, like suicidal individual, 183, order out of chaos, 183. He was shot 48 days after Trump became president. Donald Trump equals 48, armed man 48, Trump shot 48. Trump was allegedly shot in Butler July 13th. That was 48 weeks before his birthday. Like Trump shot 48, Donald Trump 48. Trump rally is also 48. That's where Butler happened. Butler happened on the 195th day of the year. Like Trump head wound 195, Trump shooting 195, the one victim Corey Comparator 195, July 13th 195, Trump head wound 195, and like I said, I believe they already did symbolism for the head wound from Revelation 13:3, because this is the verse about the deadly head wound, and the whole verse equals 1086. That's exactly how old Thomas Crooks was. He was 1086 weeks, 0 days old when Butler happened. And then remember, they tried to blame it all on Kimberly Cheadle, the head of the Secret Service, who assumed office September 17th, 2022, and Trump was allegedly shot in the ear exactly 666 days after she assumed office. What are the odds? And her last name, Cheadle, and the other guy, Crooks. We got cheats and crooks, you know? So, yeah. Moving on. This happened on the 68th day of the year, like Donald J. Trump, 68. Donald John Trump, 68. Trump assassination, 68. Thomas Crooks was 68. That's the guy from Butler. Then just a couple days ago, we had this story. Travis Keith Lang, 68. Well, in gematria, 68. Like Donald John Trump and Trump assassination. He was threatening to assassinate Donald Trump. So doesn't that fit in perfectly? I mean, his name literally equals Trump assassination. And look, he was 47 years old. Like Trump is number 47 and Trump equals 47. And here's the shout out to Georgie again. See, I got your picture right there, man. And Georgie left a great comment yesterday because, you know, the whole reason I made the decode was saying how this is predictive programming for the Trump assassination. And he said, here's a big confirmation for you. This happened on March 9th, 248 years and 248 days after America was founded. The word shot is 248. The man was shot. Trump assassination, 248. President Donald Trump, 248. How crazy is that? That we would get that news 248 years, 248 days after America was founded. Honorable mention, the Secret Service, as it's often referred to as the Secret Service, equals 248 also. It says the Secret Service shot a man near the White House on Sunday. Well, that would be 248 years, 248 days after America was founded. And just a couple days before that, we talked about this. The man, the 47-year-old man, Travis Keith Lang from Irmo, South Carolina, who threatened to assassinate Trump. He's got the 248 also. By the way, remember, he's from South Carolina, which equaled 195. We just went through all the 195s, right? Here. Let me just show you that again. See how South Carolina has the 195 and the 78? Why does the 78 matter? Because Trump is 78 years old, like Butler equals 78. South Carolina, 195. Why does that matter? Because Butler happened on the 195th day of the year. On July 13th, which is 195. Trump shooting, 195. Corey Comparator, 195. And Trump head wound, 195. So yeah, he's from South Carolina, 195. But Irmo, South Carolina, is 248. Like President Donald Trump, 248. Trump assassination, 248. And America, 248 years old. But yeah, I think this is my favorite part of the whole decode. I just think it's the most clear and convincing. It's very specific. I mean, you're never going to see that lineup ever again, right? That was a one-day situation. 248 years, 248 days after America's founded. That's the same number we've been talking about in connection to the Trump assassination. What are the odds? Like me and Cody and other people have been talking about this number in connection to Trump for years, right? So what are the odds that an armed man would be shot near the White House on the most perfect day ever? Doesn't it prove what we've been saying this whole time, that the Trump assassination is coming soon? The predictive programming did not stop with Butler in July 13th. It's actually increased. So that's why I still say it's coming. They're going to do it again. But this one is going to be, I think that's going to be the end of Trump. That's my opinion. And that's part of how Obama rises to power as world leader. Remember, Obama is not going to be president again. He's going to be world leader. In my opinion, America is going to be like the Hunger Games. America as you know it is over. And when Trump goes out, that's probably it. Like, it's going to be full-blown chaos here, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, the 248 connection, definitely the best part. And then what are the odds? Like I said, they released the guy's name after I got done with the live stream yesterday. What are the odds his name, Andrew Dawson, is a perfect match to Trump killed in 3 out of the 4 base ciphers? All right, guys, and if anybody wants to support the channel, here's how you can do so. Any support, very much appreciated. This is my full-time job. I'm not monetized by YouTube, never have been, never will be, so I rely on you guys to help me get through. You guys, with God's help, and thank you guys for keeping me going. I've been doing nothing but YouTube full-time for the last 5 years, and I'm still here, so must be making some connections with a few people. But yeah, thank you to everyone who does support. You guys are amazing. But yeah, no doubt about it, guys. Another ritual all by the numbers. Absolutely no doubt about it. All right, let me turn this around. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything up top here. I think we got it all in there. But yeah, guys, if there was ever a video to share, I would appreciate if you shared this one. I'm sure there's even more that we missed, but I think it's a pretty good decode. The one on Carney, it's okay. I mean, all the key pieces are there. His full name equaled 74. We got the new 74 days from Justin Trudeau's birthday. It's going to replace Justin Trudeau. And then Mark Carney equals 62. It was 62 days after he had announced his resignation. So I shouldn't even say it's a bad decode. It's not a bad decode. It's just not like, you know, it doesn't excite me, you know, maybe because I don't live in Canada and because I don't do politics. I don't know. But yeah, 74 days after Trudeau's birthday, Mark Joseph Carney, 74. 62 days after he resigned, Mark Carney equals 62. And we get the news on 3/9, Canada equals 39. So, anyway. All right, let me check in with the chat. Hey, King Nico, much love. Everybody in the chat, make sure you subscribe to King Nico in the chat. Been doing great work for years. And King Nico is in Canada. And so is our good friend Todd Rushton. Make sure you subscribe to him also. Much love to Todd, who's also in Canada. Hey, Visionary Vet. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Tabernacle of the Bridegroom. Hey, King Nico. Gene Spliced. Much love, brother. Hey, Barry. Hey, Janice, much love. Who else is in here? KJ Malone, one of the best decoders in the world. Same with Gene Spliced and Visionary Vet and Decoding with Cody and Adam the Illusion and Jurassic Liars and Gematronnator 85, Derek and Widow's Son and Dr. Savage. A lot of good decoders out there. Check them all out. Hey, Teddy. And then Georgie also. We've already given Georgie a couple shout-outs today, but here's another one. Make sure you subscribe to Georgie in the chat. He's been putting out great work for a long time. Anybody have anything that I missed? Let me know. If not, we'll wrap it up. Barry's in Canada. Much love to Barry. Ryan's from Canada. Much love to Ryan. Yep, we got Pi Day coming up. The Pi Day Blood Moon going to be 222 days from Obama's birthday. So, not saying anything will happen that day. I don't even know what I would be looking for, but you never know. Definitely a day that we could see a big headline, but no guarantees. You never know. But yeah, Pi Day, March 14th, it will be 222 days from Obama's birthday, and 222 is one of the biggest numbers I talk about in connection to Obama. So we'll see. All right, guys, I think we will wrap it up. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to get everything in one spot. Hopefully I didn't miss anything else on the story of the armed man. This is video number 4 on the same topic. So if I do miss something else and I find it, I will put out a part 5, or we'll cover it in the next live stream, or maybe I'll just put it in the comments, because I'm ready to move on to the next story. So that's, for the record, that's why I didn't cover the plane crash yesterday. I had so many people tell me, hey, did you see there was another plane crash? And I'm like, yeah, I gave up on the planes like 10 plane crashes ago. Remember, guys, I did about 25 videos on the plane crashes. After about 25 of them, and I could tell that most people were over it, and I could tell that I was over it, I just decided to let the plane crashes go. It's obvious these are rituals. All right, when's the last time you saw a plane crash in CNN and Fox News every single day? I've been doing this for 5 years. I've never seen it like this. So, you know, I could sit here and decode every single plane crash, but at the end of the day, you guys know it's a ritual. So I've proven the point. Unless there's a big commercial plane with, you know, 100 people on it that crashes, I'll cover that. But these little plane crashes, I'm just letting them go. So, anyways, if you were wondering. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being part of the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please do me a favor. On the way out, please hit the like and the share. Very much appreciated. If you would, please leave a comment on this video after the fact. Leaving comments after the fact always helps the algorithm. So if you want to do that, that would be very helpful. All right. All right, guys. Well, have a great rest of your day. And as always, keep looking up. We are living in the biblical end of days. Jesus is coming very soon. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless.